I'm 78 years old now, and the thing that surprises me most isn't how tired my body feels. It's how quiet everything became without me noticing when it started. I didn't lose my marriage in a fight. There was no slammed door, no last cruel sentence. We didn't argue. We drifted. And by the time I understood what that meant, there was too much distance to cross back. I live alone now. Same house, different silence. The clock in the kitchen ticks louder than it used to. Or maybe I just hear it more. Time does that when there's no one else talking over it. I think about her most in the early mornings. That half light when the day hasn't decided what it's going to be yet. She used to wake before me. I'd hear the kettle, the cupboard doors. Not loud, just enough to know I wasn't alone. I took that sound for granted. I thought it would always be there. We met when I was 26. She was 24, young enough to believe that love, once found, stays found. We weren't dramatic people. We liked routines. Sunday groceries, Tuesday laundry, Friday takeout when we were too tired to cook. Felt like stability. Felt like building something solid. And for a long time it was. I worked a lot back then. I told myself it was for us. Better house. Better security. A future that wouldn't scare us. She understood. Or at least she said she did. She never yelled about it. That should have worried me more than if she had. She'd ask how my day was, and I'd answer without looking up from the paper. Or later from my phone. I didn't mean anything by it. I just thought there'd be time later. Time when things slowed down. They never really did. In our 30s, we were busy. Everyone is. Careers, bills, responsibilities stacking up like mail you swear you'll sort through one day. We talked about practical things. What needed fixing. What needed paying. What needed planning. We stopped talking about ourselves, but I didn't see it as stopping. I thought it was just I thought it was just adulthood. Sometimes she'd sit beside me on the couch, close enough that our arms touched. I feel it and not turn. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't think I had to. That closeness felt permanent. Guaranteed. I remember one night she asked me, "Do you ever miss us?" Just that. Simple question. I laughed a little and said, "We're right here." I meant it kindly. I meant it logically. I didn't see the way her face changed when I said it. That was the thing about us. All the warning signs were quiet. Easy to explain away. We didn't stop loving each other all at once. We just stopped reaching. I assumed she was fine because she didn't complain. She assumed I was fine because I didn't notice. That's a dangerous arrangement, it turns out. In my 40s, the distance had shape to it. Empty space at the dinner table where conversation used to be. A bed that felt wider. We still touched, but out of habit. A kiss goodbye that landed somewhere near the cheek. Sex became something scheduled, then something skipped, then something not discussed. I told myself this was normal. Long marriages settle. That's what people said. Settling sounded peaceful, mature. I didn't realize settling could also mean sinking. She started spending more time out. Book clubs, walks, visiting friends I barely knew. I was relieved, honestly. It meant less pressure on me to fill whatever gap had opened. I didn't ask many questions. That was my mistake. One evening she came home later than usual. I asked if everything was okay. She said yes. Just tired. Always tired. I nodded and went back to what I was doing. I don't even remember what it was. That's how unimportant it must have been. Looking back, I see how many small chances I had. Moments where all it would have taken was one honest question. One pause. One decision to put something down and turn toward her fully. But life trains you to keep moving. I was very well trained. The turning point didn't come with shouting. Came with paperwork. She sat across from me at the kitchen table, hands folded, voice steady. She said she felt lonely even when I was in the room, that she'd felt that way for years, that she didn't blame me, That part hurt the most. I tried to argue then. Finally, I told her we could fix it. I told her I loved her. And I did. I still do. But love spoken late sounds different. Thinner. Like an echo instead of a voice. She looked at me with something like relief mixed with sadness. She said she believed me. She just didn't feel connected anymore. That she didn't want to spend the rest of her life waiting to be seen. I remember thinking, how did we get here without fighting? How could something end so calmly and hurt so much? The house changed after she left. Not immediately. At first, I moved around like she might walk back in. Her mug stayed on the counter. Her coat on the hook. I told myself not to rush grief. I didn't know how long grief could stretch when it's filled with guilt. In the months that followed, memories started rearranging themselves. Things I'd forgotten came back sharp. Her hand resting on my arm when she wanted my attention. The way she'd sigh when I didn't respond. How often she'd said, "Never mind, never mind." Those words carry a lot of weight when you hear them too late. I thought about calling her, asking if we could try again. But what would I say? That I was finally ready to notice? That I finally understood the cost of my distraction? Those aren't good foundations. They're apologies made of regret, not change. She moved on. I know that. I don't blame her. I hope she found someone who looks up when she speaks. Someone who doesn't assume presence equals connection. As for me, time kept going. Retirement came. I had all the hours I once said I didn't. Funny how empty they can feel when no one's waiting for you inside them. People ask if I'm lonely. I usually say I'm okay. That word does a lot of work. I have friends. I have routines. I have memories. What I don't have is the person who knew my face before age softened it. Who watched me become who I am now. Loneliness isn't always about being alone. Sometimes it's about realizing you were absent while you were still there. If this meant something to you, if any of it felt familiar, maybe just sit with it for a moment. That's all. I'm gonna make some tea now. The kettle still whistles the same way it always did. Some sounds don't change. Others disappear before you realize they're gone.